Hello, I'm Muhammed Hamdan and this is Nightline, and here are the top stories. PM urges for all to strengthen unity and harmony in fostering a prosperous Malaysia. And government introduces AFA to combat the spread of fake news. Good morning. The Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim and Raja Permaisuri Agong Raja Zari Sofia extended their heartfelt Chinese New Year wishes to all Malaysians celebrating the festive occasion. The King and Queen expressed hope that the occasion will bring prosperity and happiness to everyone. His Majesty conveyed their well wishes and shared their aspirations for unity among the nation's diverse communities in a Chinese New Year greeting posted on His Majesty's social media account. Their Majesties also expressed hope that this Chinese New Year celebration will strengthen the bonds of unity among Malaysians of various races, religions and backgrounds. According to the lunar calendar, the Chinese New Year, which begins on Wednesday, marks the year of the wood snake, symbolizing new hope, unity, success and renewal. Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim has extended his Chinese New Year greetings, emphasizing the importance of unity and harmony in fostering a prosperous nation. In a message on his social media page on Tuesday night, which was accompanied by a video greeting, the Prime Minister reflected on Confucius's teachings, highlighting how harmony strengthens communities.
新年快乐，新年好，年年好。 Saya ingin mengulangi semangat dan harapan saya untuk menyambut Hari Raya Cina bersama dan disambut dengan baik oleh semua keluarga kita, rakyat di Malaysia yang dipelopori oleh masyarakat Cina dalam semangat Hari Raya Cina, tetapi disambut oleh semua rakyat negara kita.
Anwar also reiterated the government's commitment to building a Tatanan Madani, a civil society that values cultural diversity while nurturing solidarity among Malaysia's multiracial population. The Prime Minister also urged Malaysians to use this festive season as a fresh beginning to reinforce the spirit of togetherness and family for the nation's progress. Moving on, 3 key cabinet committees under the Health Ministry have been merged into a single entity, the National Health Cabinet Committee, to streamline efforts in addressing critical healthcare issues. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ahmad Hamidi said the decision was made during the first meeting of the Cabinet Committee on Dengue Control in 2025, which he chaired on Tuesday. In a statement on Tuesday, Zahid stated that the committees combined are the Cabinet Committee on Dengue Control, the Cabinet Committee on the National Malaysia Health Agenda (ANMS), and the Special Committee on Combating the Double Burden of Child Malnutrition. He added that the Health Ministry reported a decrease in the number of dengue cases recorded in 2024 compared to 2023. As of January 25th, a cumulative total of 5,537 dengue cases and 3 deaths have been recorded, compared to 14,558 cases and 9 deaths during the same period last year. Several initiatives have been taken to strengthen the implementation of dengue prevention and control measures, including the continued release of Aedes mosquitoes infected with Wolbachia, with an additional 10 new localities each year. The government is utilizing artificial intelligence to combat the spread of fake news through the launch of the AFA chatbot under sebenarnya.my. AFA, short for Artificial Intelligence Fact-Check Assistant, was developed by the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission (MCMC) in collaboration with strategic partners.
Selamat pagi dan selamat datang YB for me. Saya ialah AFA. Terima kasih kerana mengaktifkan saya.
AFA was launched by Communications Minister Fahmi Fadil in Cyberjaya on Tuesday. AFA serves to assist the public in verifying and obtaining accurate information quickly and easily. It also accelerates responses to online misinformation and strengthens the role of the portal in combating the spread of fake news in Malaysia.
Waktu ini, chatbot ini boleh bercakap ataupun berinteraksi dengan kita dalam 4 bahasa. Bahasa Melayu, bahasa Inggeris, Mandarin dan juga Tamil. Waktu ini kemudahannya disediakan dalam bentuk teks, tapi dalam masa yang tak terlalu lama kita juga boleh menghantar gambar dan selepas itu video.
Accessible 24/7 via the sebenarnya.my portal and WhatsApp, AFA uses algorithms and machine learning to match information with reliable sources. Last year, the MCMC requested the removal of nearly 20,000 pieces of fake news content from various online platforms, with over 17,000 successfully taken down. During the event, Fahmi announced that the online safety bill, which was approved by the Dewan Rakyat in December last year, will soon be gazetted following consent given by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim. Is that the King had also consented to the amendments to the Communications and Multimedia Act and the Penal Code, particularly addressing cyberbullying and online harassment.
Setelah ia diwartakan, insya-Allah kita akan berupaya untuk menangani beberapa masalah termasuk pedofilia dalam talian, jenayah seksual terhadap kanak-kanak, buli cyber dan juga masalah-masalah melibatkan scam.
On social media licensing, Fahmi said Meta had submitted several documents as of Monday which are currently being processed by the government. Meanwhile, other platforms such as Google, Microsoft and X are expected to follow suit. The Kuala Lumpur City Hall DBKL has launched an internal investigation into an advisory board member's alleged misconduct related to the awarding of a 4 million ringgit project. Mayor Datuk Seri Maimunah Muhammad Sharif, who confirmed the probe, said DBKL is still gathering information and evidence on the matter before deciding on the next course of action, including lodging a report with the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission. According to Maimunah, the DBKL Integrity Unit is in the process of obtaining the facts to determine if governance processes were adhered to.
Kita very transparent dalam mengambil tindakan. Kalau ada apa-apa, kita akan ambil tindakan melalui perundangan yang saya ada di bawah Datuk Bandar.
Maimunah also confirmed that other projects linked to the same board member has also been halted to allow the probe to be completed. Allegations of misconduct involving the board member began to spread on social media on Tuesday. The issue centres around the alleged bypassing of governance processes linked to the procurement of the 4 million ringgit project, which was not awarded via open tender. According to the allegations on social media, the board member in question supposedly holds a position in the company that was awarded the project. Meanwhile, the MACC is ready to assist DBKL in its investigation into alleged misconduct. Citing a media report in the New Straits Times, MACC Chief Commissioner Tan Sri Azam Baki said that no investigation has been opened on their end over the allegations so far. However, Azam said the MACC would be prepared to assist in the probe if DBKL decides to seek its assistance in the matter. Prolintas Group Chief Operating Officer Rostam Sharif Tami has claimed trial to 2 more charges of accepting bribes totaling 110,000 ringgit for contracts linked to the Sungai Besi Ulu Kelang Elevated Expressway or SUKE project. The 59-year-old pleaded not guilty after the corruption charges were read to him before Shah Alam Sessions Court Judge Datuk Muhammad Nasir Nordin. For the first charge, he is accused of accepting 90,000 ringgit in cash at a restaurant in Puchong on February 20th, 2023 as an inducement to award a SUKE contract to Satunas Technology Sdn Bhd. On the second count, he's accused of accepting 20,000 ringgit in cash at the parking lot of the Malaysian Highway Authority headquarters in Kajang on March 27, 2023, to facilitate the award of another SUKE contract to Satunas Technologies. The charges were framed under Section 16, subsection AA of the MACC Act, which provides for up to 20 years in jail and a minimum fine of 10,000 ringgit upon conviction. The judge allowed a request for the case to be transferred to the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court to be heard with his other corruption charge. The judge also ruled that the same bail conditions imposed by the Kuala Lumpur court on Monday would apply. Rostam, who has been placed on a leave of absence by Prolintas since July last year, was charged on Monday with accepting a 70,000 ringgit bribe from a representative of Satunas Technology Sdn Bhd to award work packages for SUKE to the company. A former officer of the National Farmers Organisation NAFAS was charged in the Sessions Court in Kuala Lumpur to 2 charges of receiving bribes amounting to more than 1.3 million ringgit from a Singaporean fertiliser supplier 3 years ago. 77-year-old Nordin Ibrahim claimed trial to the charges. Nordin was accused of accepting the bribes from Sangchang Asia Private Limited between November 16th and December 21st, 2022. The funds were allegedly transferred to his account as a reward for assisting the Singaporean firm in securing its appointment by NAFAS as a fertiliser supplier for paddy farmers. The offence provides for imprisonment of up to 20 years and a fine of not more than 5 times the value of the bribe or 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher, upon conviction. The judge fixed February 26 for case mention and set bail at 100,000 ringgit with one surety. And in Johor, a police officer has pleaded not guilty at the Johor Bahru Sessions Court to 3 charges of soliciting and accepting bribes totaling 75,000 ringgit 3 years ago. 41-year-old Khairul Sabrinian made the plea after the charges were read out to him before Judge Ahmad Kamal Arifin Ismail. According to the first charge, Khairul allegedly solicited a bribe of 50,000 ringgit from a man at the Johor Police Headquarters on October 12, 2022. In the second and third charges, Khairul was accused of receiving bribes amounting to 10,000 ringgit and 15,000 ringgit from the same individual in December the same year. The acts were allegedly made as an inducement to settle a case faced by the individual involving a non-existent diesel oil buying and selling business. In the same court, another police officer, 50-year-old Sergeant Michael Anak Umab, pleaded not guilty to 2 charges of soliciting and agreeing to accept bribes totaling 5,000 ringgit last year. Both the accused face a maximum jail term of 20 years and a fine of 5 times the value of the bribe or 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher, upon conviction. The court granted Khairul bail of 12,000 ringgit, while Michael was granted bail of 7,000 ringgit. Case mention will be held on March 13th for the submission of documents. Business news. 8 states recorded higher exports in December 2024, amounting to 138.5 billion ringgit. This was an increase of more than 20 billion ringgit compared to the same month in the previous year. According to the Department of Statistics, the export growth was driven by Pulau Pinang, Johor, Selangor, Sabah, Perak, Melaka, Kelantan and Perlis. Meanwhile, its import performance also improved, rising by 12.7 billion ringgit to 119.3 billion ringgit compared to December 2023. Selangor dominated Malaysia's imports with a 28.4% share, followed by Pulau Pinang, Johor and Kuala Lumpur. Overall, Malaysia recorded a total trade value of 257.9 billion ringgit under the period under review. Electric vehicle EV sales are expected to grow this year, particularly as the exemption of import and excise duties for fully imported CBU EVs is unlikely to be extended beyond the end of 2025. However, the surge in EV sales is unlikely to significantly impact the overall total industry volume (TIV). According to RHB Investment Bank analyst Shahril Hanafia, this is because the local EV market remains relatively small. Last year, EV sales rose to 14,700 units, accounting for approximately 1.8% of the overall TIV. In 2024, TIV hit a record high of 816,747 units, compared to 800,000 in 2023. Money Matters with Zahir Kelvin Ong Abdullah, Muhammad Ahmad Hamdan and Azaria Tagaya. Every Saturday at 5 p.m. only on DBK. Japanese tech firms sank on Tuesday following a rout on Wall Street after China's DeepSeek chatbot upended the artificial intelligence sector and sparked questions about huge investments by US titans. Tokyo-listed companies linked to the artificial intelligence sector tanked for a second straight day as investors tracked a rout on Wall Street that saw Nvidia crumble 17%, wiping more than $500 billion off its market capitalization. On the other hand, the dollar rallied on a report saying Washington was considering universal tariffs on a range of goods, fanning fresh fears about a trade war. European stock markets, meanwhile, rose in morning deals and oil prices advanced as traders awaited interest rate decisions from the US Federal Reserve and European Central Bank due this week. Aubameyang strikes late to secure victory. Actions from Saudi Pro League after this breather.
Untuk nikmati rasa Korea sebenar.
I didn't stop my dad while dia tengah bergaduh dengan kawan until end up kawan dia bunuh my dad. Umur Mary 9 tahun masa tu. Everything happened so fast until I saw dia punya kawan tikam sini dah. The last time I saw him, kami pergi hospital di dalam icebox sudah. Maybe that's the reason why I don't want to be a nurse. Sebab dia flashback everything that happened.
Pelaksanaan hukuman sebat terhadap individu pertama di Terengganu atas kesalahan halwat berulang di Masjid Al-Muqtafi Billah Shah.
Melakukan kesalahan halwat kali ketiga.
Sehingga mahkamah mengambil keputusan menjatuhkan hukuman sebat di khalayak ramailah.
Supaya memberi notis kepada umum, inilah yang akan dikenakan.
Unlocking the future of business.
From industry evolutions to policy changes, we go beyond the headlines.
Deep insights, sharp analysis.
understanding the forces driving tomorrow's economy.
Key financial insights that drive decisions.
This is Money Matters, every Saturday, 5 p.m.
Only on TV3 and stream now on Tonton. We're back with sport. The Badminton Asian Mixed Team Championship BAMTC will serve as a crucial platform for men's singles shuttlers Leong Junhao and Justin Ho to sharpen their skills and gain valuable experience on the international stage. National singles coach Kenneth Yonason said the tournament, which also serves as a Sudirman Cup qualifier, offers an opportunity for the rising stars to make a name. While Malaysia are guaranteed a Sudirman Cup spot thanks to their world number 5 team ranking, Yonason sees these as an opportunity for Junhao and Justin to compete against top shuttlers. He also said the team are still expected to deliver the best possible result, and he believes that the younger players will rise to the occasion. The Danish coach, however, stopped short of guaranteeing spots for Junhao and Justin in the Sudirman Cup squad, regardless of their performance at the BAMTC. The Malaysian squad for the BAMTC also include recently crowned Indonesian Masters champions Man Wei Chong, T Kai Wun, Wan Arif Wan Junaidi, Yap Roy King, K Lechana, Wong Ling Ching, Teo Mei Sing, Go Pei Ki, Tan Jing Yi, Cheng Su Hui, and Hu Pang Ron, Cheng Su Yin. The BAMTC will be held in China from February 11th to 16th. Moving on to football, the Saudi Pro League, former Arsenal forward Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang struck late winner as Al Qassidiyah stunned defending champions Al Hilal 2-1 at home on Monday. The home side opened the scoring just 2 minutes into the game when Aubameyang volleyed home Cameron Puertas' pinpoint delivery from close range. Stunned, Al Hilal upped their tempo and found the equaliser 5 minutes after the break through Marcus Leonardo's well-driven shot from range. As the game seemed to end with a draw, Aubameyang stepped up and snatched all the 3 points from Al Qassidiyah with a composed finish just before the final whistle. The victory moved the hosts into third spot in the table with 37 points, 6 behind the league leaders. Platform collapse at religious event leaves 7 dead. The details when Nightline returns.
Kelpis Soda 1 in a Million telah menemui yang terbaik. Ini masanya untuk undi mereka. Gandakan 50 undian dengan pembelian produk Kelpis Soda di aplikasi Shopee dan isi butiran peribadi bersama kod voucher di Tonton. Maklumat lanjut di www.tonton.com.my/Kelpis Soda OIAM TV3. Saksikan Kelpis Soda 1 in a Million setiap Ahad 9 malam di TV3 dan stream juga di Tonton. Sejuta soda, satu juara.
Kenaikan harga bahan bina pun sangat tinggi. Kenapa tidak ada pilihan kedua di Malaysia ni? Kadang-kadang orang salah faham apa itu kontainer, apa itu kabin.
Kebakaran ini berlaku hampir hangus semua dijilat api.
Memang nak kena bina balik bangunan baru lah.
Kami nak mencari kelainan, memperbagaikan konsep bangunan yang kita ada.
Majalah 3 eksklusif. Jumaat 10 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Kekal cakna, kekal sihat. Hello Doktor merungkai pelbagai persoalan kesihatan anda.
Penyakit kronik, pemakanan, kesihatan mental, semuanya demi kesejahteraan anda.
Setiap minggu bersama tenaga pakar kesihatan terbaik Malaysia, segalanya terjawab dalam Hello Doktor setiap Ahad 5.30 petang di TV3 dan stream juga melalui Tonton.
ada inisiatif mendalamkan dan melebarkan Sungai Kelang sepanjang 56 km.
Saya mula menubuhkan satu pasukan khususnya pemburuan ikan bandaraya.
Kehidupan di dalam sungai dah mula ada balik.
Majalah 3 Kapsul, Sabtu 10 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Onto the foreign front. 2 Palestinians, including a child, have been killed and many wounded in Zionist attacks on Gaza amid an agreed ceasefire as thousands of people return to the northern part of the besieged enclave. It was reported that a 5-year-old girl was killed and 3 people were wounded after the Zionist army shelled a horse cart late on Monday in Al-Jisr, west of the Nuseirat refugee camp. In a separate attack, a Palestinian man was killed and several people wounded after Zionist forces bombed a bulldozer as he was attempting to remove a vehicle stuck in Nuseirat. These mark the latest incidents of displaced Palestinians being attacked as they try to return to their homes in the war-torn coastal enclave, amid an ongoing 3-stage ceasefire agreement signed between Hamas and Israel, which went into effect on January 19th. Firefighters were desperately trying to stop a cluster of fast-moving blazes in southeast Australia on Tuesday, as thousands of acres of national park burned and a farming community was forced to evacuate. Lightning strikes on Monday evening ignited several fires in the Grampians National Park, a forested mountain range about 300 kilometres west of Victoria's state capital, Melbourne. Meanwhile, a separate fast-moving fire in Little Desert National Park in the west of the state has torn through almost 160,000 acres in less than 24 hours. That fire had also forced the evacuation of rural Dimbula before threat levels were downgraded on Tuesday afternoon. Officials said stifling heatwave conditions would settle over parts of Victoria on Saturday, escalating fire risks. And over in India, at least 7 people were killed and more than 75 were injured, including women and children, after a stage collapsed during a religious event in Uttar Pradesh's Baghpat on Tuesday. The incident occurred when a makeshift stage made of bamboo and wood collapsed during a laddu ceremony in Baghpat's Bagaur, causing hundreds of devotees to fall on top of each other and resulting in a stampede-like situation. It was reported that several injured are in a critical condition and have been rushed to hospitals. Authorities stated that the organizers had taken permission for the event and an investigation into the incident is underway. Deadly accidents are common at places of worship in India during major religious festivals due to poor crowd management and safety lapses. Serbian Prime Minister Milos Vučević has announced his resignation on Tuesday amid large protests against corruption and President Aleksandar Vučić. Vučević said that he had decided to step down to reduce tensions. He also noted that the immediate cause for his resignation was an attack on a female student in Novi Sad earlier on Tuesday by assailants allegedly from Vučić's ruling Serbian Progressive Party. The Prime Minister's announcement came as protesters ended a 24-hour blockade at a major intersection in the capital, Belgrade. The anti-government demonstration sprang up in the wake of the roof collapsing at a railway station in the city of Novi Sad, killing 15 people and leading to calls for Vučević to quit. And that concludes this edition of Nightline. Before we leave, let's take a look as the 2025 Spring Festival Gala commences on the eve of the Chinese New Year, featuring a variety of exciting performances, including singing, dancing and many more. I'm Muhammed. Hamdan. Thanks for watching and have a happy Chinese New Year. 新年快乐.